guys, how's it going? tmanplays here with another Warno ranked game for you today. And we're going to be playing as the 79th tank guards, and we're versus the Berliner Grupperung. So my general strategy with 79th is kind of don't go for anything crazy in the beginning. Just focus on creating kind of a defensive wall, hold the ground that you need to hold, and then push your enemy really aggressively in the late game. So you'll see, just have some recon going to these two places here, followed up with some AA going here and here. We also have some Motorshoki. It's going to be going here, and a grenade launcher that's heading to the church as well as a command unit that's going to be routed through this zone, through Bravo, and then to Charlie. In the middle, see, I just have a GRU going to hold these little sets of buildings, and then two sets of Superi RPO in case he does get aggressive with his infantry. And on the right side, some Spetsnaz GRU getting to this position. Going to be really aggressive with this command infantry and unload it in this zone. As he does get forward deploy, we don't really want to attack here. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on just taking these buildings here. So have some AA in case he does get some helicopters up. The PLRA here is going to force me to unload these Iglas a little early because we don't want those going down. And then I'm just supporting it with a Metis team and two TO 55As that'll go in the center here. So you'll see on the right side, he is pushing ahead with the FS Jaeger Metis. My Metis, because it comes in the BMP 1P, it's a little slow to get here, but we are going to just try and unload that right on top of this Metis team, because then he won't be in range to fire his Metis launcher, and you'll see, because we get right on top of him, he's not able to fire that Metis at us, so should be able to deal with that quite nicely. CV going to be capturing Bravo, and we have our CV in the top left as well, which is going to put us at a nice +2 for the moment. Spetsnaz GRU doing a good job at holding all this infantry at bay. Do get shot with what appears to be another FS Jaeger Metis somewhere in here. Let's see, I also position my BTR-80. Make sure he didn't put any Metis teams here, as if he did, I would need to kind of clear this out. But so far, our big defensive line is doing a good job, as all our units are mainly concentrated in this area, and then a small force here, with enough to kind of hold Alpha to allow me to get reinforcements if he does push. So now with everything somewhat stable, going to purchase a SU-25 because I see these FS Jaeger just kind of going towards my CV. And, well, the only thing I really have to deal with this is the BTR. So I'm going to route some BTRs from the center just to help kind of gun these guys down. So our command's now going to get in the center as well. But I want to destroy these FS Jaeger as quickly as possible, as these are pretty expensive units at 55 points. And if I can destroy these, I'll have a lot better time of getting into this town. So we do get both squads there, which is really nice. Gonna move over this recon now to keep this spotted. Also just going ahead and trying to gun these guys down with the BTR, as it appears they're on a move order and not an attack order. So a bit of a misplay there by my opponent. Spot another FS Jaeger here. Gonna be trying to use the last few bullets there on to damage that, but not going to be enough. Do take out at least 3 of the 8-man team. And, well, we've stabilized the left, which allows us to stay at a +2 because we do contest the center. So happy just to stay in this area as long as he allows me. Keep ticking up a nice point lead, which is quite surprising because you'd expect Berliner Grupperung with all the forward deploy to kind of be able to keep me from contesting early, and then I'd have the advantage late game. But we're kind of switching that up with just, I mean, it's not a very large force here. You can see I have a T-80B in support. I'm now using these BTRs to go into the town to check to see if he has any infantry here. If he doesn't, I will actually send some infantry here. And, well, we managed to save our GRU. Our Igla is still alive, even though it's out of ammo. And we still have a Metis in a good position here to just kind of keep everything's somewhat secure, and supply is coming up to heal all of this. So he doesn't have any infantry here, so we are going to end up buying some infantry of our own to put in. Since I did damage these FS Jaeger, deciding to push up with the superior RPO, try and finish those guys off. And our BMP-1P, just kind of denying him some resell points from his transports as 2 Pioneer AGI now enter here. So we're going to pull this guy back, wait till we get some AT to kind of support him before we push him too aggressively. But overall, game plan with 79th going really well so far, as we haven't really been tested on this side. We defeated the early advance of him trying to capture these buildings. We still have a nice decent foothold on the left side, and I believe we have enough to contest any type of push he throws at us in the middle. And I'm just using this other superior RPO squad kind of in the back to protect the CV in case he did kind of flank around with infantry. This way, this would kind of be an early warning system. And you'll see I got a exceptional optics MI8 here. That's also just going to be able to help me to see if he's trying to flank any infantry behind me. So our supply did get here, allowed our Igla to get all its missiles back. GRU also at full health again, so we're going to push that up, as well as the T-80BV here. As our Igla finally gets a hit there. And we see a plane coming in, which is going to damage our T-80B a little bit. Not enough to kill it, though. And the Cube with the Strela combination there. Gonna be trying to destroy that UPK, but not going to be enough. T-80 did go down to the T-55. And, well, you can see the Metis now doing a good job at keeping out these T-55s from pushing up too much closer. And our T-80BV here going to be able to deal with all the units in this area. So SU coming in just to help destroy some of this armor, keep my CV alive, as I want to keep this here for as long as possible. And our reinforcements for the town are now showing up, as our T-80B here is getting hit with some type of FS Jaeger Metis. Haven't noticed that just yet, as I'm trying to micro this Su-25 effectively. Finally noticed, though, gonna pull that guy back just a little bit. And we're gonna try and get some recon here to help spot anything in this tree line. Su-25 does go down to what appears to be a Book. And, well, we do spot some FS Jaeger, with, I assume, the Motoshoki here, so TO-55 going to be able to do a lot of damage to those guys as they're retreating. But you see now, our infantry is here, and we got the grenade launcher in the church. This will be able to kind of hit any reinforcing infantry, damage that. And, well, 2 superior RPO for anti-infantry, and then just 1 anti-tank unit with the Motoshoki. So Igla's going to be trying to hit this MI8. As a cluster now coming in. Cube going to miss the first shot. It is going to destroy my T-80BV, and, well, we're at least going to get him as he retreats. So that's a fair trade. I can just order another one of these up, and that's 1 less cluster plane I'm going to have to worry about, as he only gets 2 of them. So I'm completely okay with that. But because I have nothing here now, we're going to move the superior RPO that I had kind of as a rear line unit. We're going to decide to go ahead and push him up because we need something in this area to make sure he's not pushing across. I did, at this point, check the line of sight of the TO-55, make sure that I can see across the opening here, and we obviously have the Metis here that'll also be able to spot units that are coming across if he does decide to attack. But on the left side, things still going good. Just spreading out my BTRs a little bit, trying to get eyes on whatever he may decide to do over here. And we're starting to see a lot more of these T-55s in the middle. So obviously, TO-55 not going to be able to win this engagement as a 3-on-1. And, well, seeing all the units here, I'm going to decide to move across this T-80BV because we need a little bit more firepower to start destroying some of these, as he does have a lot of infantry in this area. So main engagement happening here, nothing happening on the left side, nothing happening on the right side. Basically just using all my micro on these T-80Bs. However, we have a bit of an issue as now we don't have recon anymore. So what I'm going to do is decide to push this RPO kind of to the front to act as a recon unit, and then pull back my T-80BVs until that kind of gets there, so that we don't just lose these. But unfortunately, one of my T-80BVs gets an engine destroyed, so we're going to have to smoke that off, and this is a bit of a problem as he could push forward. These T-55s right now get super close to this as I can't retreat it. So I did move across a T-80BV here just to have line of sight over the open, and if he does get super aggressive, I can then push this across to maybe get some side shots. And seeing the engine destroy, we're going to push up our other T-80BV just to provide some support. You can't argue these are really close together, so if he calls in a cluster, this would be a really bad time. However, since I already destroyed one of his cluster planes, I'm thinking he won't really try it again, but I guess we'll see. So gonna get the supply up here, hoping that 300 supply is enough to kind of heal up the engine destroy, but you can see that supply just gets instantly drained, and well, our engine's still destroyed, so gonna have to get some more supply up in order to heal that guy, as supply costs for tanks are really high at the moment, so need a little bit beefier of a truck, and that's why we're gonna order the Ural here, because at least now we'll have 1,000 supply to work with. And you can see just selling my snabs, get the 20-point refund on those, and getting some more recon for the middle. So I am pushing up the superior RPO now, just to clear these buildings again, as I really want to kind of maintain a hold here. So just going to let them engage, as we're also moving up some Motoshoki here to kind of act as a little bit of a recon force until my actual recon arrives. So another plane coming in, and well, it's another cluster plane, and smartly my opponent goes for the working T-80BV with the engine. So I do lose the better of the two there, and well, I bought this MiG-23 to be able to try and shoot this guy down, but not going to be able to get another shot on. I have to pull him back because he does have some AA here, and he flew over a Kub, Estrella, and Enigla, and he did survive there, so a bit unlucky for me. On the left side, though, you can see all these Pioneer AGI moving up. Grenade launcher doing a really good job of just kind of stunning him down, doing a good bit of damage. But because he is in the high ground here, all these tanks are going to be able to shoot up at the top of that building. But we are at least holding back his infantry a good bit, doing a lot of damage. So engine destroyed T-80BV, still fighting for its life. I did resupply it enough to at least get one more smoke, as it survives on one little point of health there. Do have the supply up to finally start healing this guy up. So hopefully this will be enough to get that engine back and running, and our tank back up to full strength. On the left side, though, we have a bit of an issue, as we have a lot of armor coming up, and we only have 2 Motostroke units. So you can see I'm pulling back my RPO, kind of moving the supply back to the rear. And, well, somehow they're going to spot the grenade launcher here. But I'm trying to lure them in as close as possible so that these Motostroke can they get shots like that. And, well, now that this one's engaged, we're going to move up the other Motostroke. Gonna move up the superior RPO as well in case he did bring infantry with them. And the other motor shoki gonna be getting a nice hit on that T-55. Just need one more, and that's another dead T-55. Trying to pull this guy back so that he can heal up and repair so I don't lose him. And with the other motor shoki, we're gonna try and just cut him off before he can retreat. That way he won't really have armor in this area anymore. So missed the first shot. Missed the second shot. And, well, it's not a great start, as now we're getting stunned down. We only have 2 more rockets left, and, well, we get routed. So that's a bit of an issue, as my other motor shoki here is already low cohesion as well. So our answer to this is going to be getting even more motor shoki, hoping that they can arrive here on time. And, well, with the other motor shoki that we filled up, even though it is low cohesion, we really need just to keep our fingers crossed of dealing with this T-55 AM2. So get in the building, hoping for a hit there, and, well, we missed the first shot. And the second shot is going to be a hit, so that's nice. But we're just getting stunned down now with all the AGI, and, well, the NF or NVST on that T-55 is just really putting in the work. So gonna need our reinforcements to arrive pretty soon there. But you can see in the middle, during all this time of him pushing over here, I've been rapidly expanding my hold, and, well, starting to get some units in this area as well as our first T-80BV. It's going to be used in this tree line to then just kind of slowly push up through here and cut them off. So starting to pull back my command infantry here to this area, as I feel like I'd better be able to defend him here, as I don't really have a whole lot in this area. If he does push up with some infantry or a tank or something, the only thing I really have is this T-80BV, and I wouldn't be able to see him as he approached. So just going to try and move this guy to a better position. And now that our fresh motor shoki is there, we should be able to deal with that T-55 AM2. T-80BV here, doing a good job against these other T-55s. MiG-23 going to be able to rout this guy before he gets my tank, but T-80BV actually side shots me there, as the superior RPO weren't able to spot them coming out of the tree line, but we at least get the revenge kill with our T-80BV here. So that is something we'll have to be careful of. If we push up our tanks too far, he can always side shot me with T-55s here. So I don't really want to push across this way, so that's why you'll see I'm ordering even more stuff for this area, so I can kind of push across here and have a little bit of a better time. On the left side, just more T-55As slowly breaking through my line. And, well, we're a little light on defenses in this area now, as we don't really have any tanks here, just the one T-80BV here. So really trying to hold the line with this guy, as well as the BMP-2, trying to get some hits on this T-64, not able to quite do it. And while I see this plane, I know it's a cluster. I can't dodge it, so I just have to leave this guy here. Thankfully, turns out to not be the cluster that I was suspecting. So we do end up living, and our double cube now was enough to be able to take that out. It does, however, stun me down quite a bit, so gonna have to smoke and pull back, as this tank blob is starting to become a real issue. So really need some more armor in the middle. And, well, we got a T-80 BV coming up. We got also a T-80 UD, and that's going to be kind of where I park here and just hold off all this open ground, as I'm feeling pretty safe with my AA setup at the moment. So I feel like I can put a T-80 UD here and just completely stop him from pushing across the center. I do decide to move my T-80 BV from here to here, just because there's so much armor coming in this direction. And, well, a helicopter I purchased doing a really good job of just slowing this push down, which is exactly what I needed. But we are out of rockets and missiles now, so gonna have to land this guy to get some more supply in order to support this even more. T80BV gets a crit hit, so gonna have to smoke, pull that guy back, gonna try and route some supply over there to him. And the T80B here doing a nice job of just kind of keeping these T55s from getting out of the town. And well, I put my command on return fire, so as long as he can't spot my command here, we can just leave our T80B to destroy any armor that he pushes up, as that appeared to be his solution of getting me out of this town, which did obviously work. But now he needs some infantry actually to kind of push out to this, unless he just wants to lose all his armor. So T80BV here, going to be closely engaging these tanks. I don't want him to get shot up close though, so we're going to pull him back, allow the Motoshoki there to finish the job. And well, we see the unit coming here, so going to have to use our helicopters to really kind of make sure he's not overwhelming me through my line. And you can see I now also have some AA on the other side of the middle so that I can now push through this area. Just have a lot of infantry as well as the T80BV kind of clumped in here. And well, see another Su-22 UPK. First cube, gonna miss. Cube number 2 and 3 also miss. And well, we miss again. So 4 cube shots all missing there. Bit unfortunate. But he is gonna come around again, so that allows us another opportunity. And well, sure enough, it's another miss. At least finally get a hit out of one of the cube there. And well, will we get the kill? Yes, we do get the kill. So he got really greedy, circling around with that again. T80B did go down here. Not quite sure what took it out, but I did see that. So gonna route a T80B BV here, just to do the same thing that the T80B was doing. And that's just to protect all this open ground so they can't find my CV. And sure enough, you can see he's moving across this infantry because he still thinks my command is here. But he doesn't know that I actually moved it here. So that's good for me. And, well, see another aircraft approaching. Looks like it's the healed up cluster plane is going to destroy my T80BV. And lucky for him, I didn't have the supply supporting my cubes yet, as that's still arriving. So he does actually get out again, and well, he still has that cluster plane that he can use later on in the game. But at this point, you can see we're starting to really put the pressure on in the middle. The BMP2's there, going to be dealing with that. All the infantry I had here rushed across to destroy the command unit. And well, T80BV going to be trying to defend against the next wave of these T55 AM2s. UD also going to push up, as I'm using the helicopter now to make sure that he doesn't get any type of side shot on me. But now that we have all these heavies up, these T55s just aren't going to cut it. They are going to drop my cohesion pretty low though, so we are going to be forced to pull this guy back, as I don't want him just taking damage from these T55s. Leave it up to the UD just to kind of finish everything off. And we'll get our infantry into better positions in these buildings. I also have the Metis team here to cut off any reinforcements that he tries to shove in here. And you can see if I would have kept my command infantry here, he would have killed it. But since I did smartly move that over here, he actually has no idea where that is now. So all these units are out of position. Brought in another command just in case he did happen to sneak anything around. And well, the right side, we haven't had to really reinforce anything. I did get my cube moved up just a little bit since we are kind of in this area now. And trying to use my BMP2 and my BTRs to kind of stun down some of these Pioneer AGIs as they're fastly approaching the Metis team here. MI2, though, coming in is going to be able to spot my command infantry. So we see the plane there. Going to call out my 2 MiG-23s. Unfortunately, this Sigla is out of ammo. This one still had ammo, but we do win with the conquest victory before he can take out my CVs and recapture the middle there. So you can see, I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. I guess Holes, maybe. But pretty good player, ranked 158 on the ladder. Uh, Good amount of multiplayer games. Really likes playing with Pact, but just kind of slow rolling him really worked out well as we kind of denied his early advantage with all the forward deploy. Basically, took the zones that we needed to, contested the areas that we needed to, and then we just kind of pushed him out with our heavier armor and better units. As you can see, just the T-80 BVs doing really good jobs. The helicopter also did a really good job at stopping that one push. T-80B destroying multiple T-55s. T-80 destroying some more T-55s. So that's basically the story of this game. And for him, cluster plane did a really good job. But once we were able, as well as the other cluster plane here, so he took out three of my T-80 BVs with his two cluster planes. So that's pretty good. Also got the Mi-24P. But once we were able to kind of shut down his air, he's not really able to bully us anymore. That's when we can call out the T-80Us and the T-80UDs. And well, being Zentrum, he won't really have an answer for that. So you can see early game also went pretty well for us. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.